You want to know the worst sex advice I ever got as a therapist? I'm training in the 90s. Yes, I'm old. And I had a professor who was telling me that you should just convince your clients to mail it in, to give it a, just try it, and then after a while they'll get into it. And that's not what happens. So fast forward 30 plus years, we know so much more than that. It is reactionary. You need to be responsive. You don't mail it in, you end up with resentful. Oprah did this study where she had a whole bunch of people saying, just do it, just say yes to your partners. They all wanted to bury their partners in the backyard after. They didn't feel like they wanted it. So here's a few things that actually do work. So I interviewed one of the most famous madams in Paris. You may have heard me talk about this, but she was, fourth generation mistress. And she had all of these girls in a house of ill repute. And you know what she did? She had a crock pot beside all the beds with some water and it on low with the massage oil, warmed massage oil. And they were experts and they all used the little balls to work on their hands. Yeah. Then she talked about senses. So she would have, frozen strawberries, frozen chocolate, different kinds of senses. And she'd blindfold people and have them do the 3 tests to see what actually worked. What was the thing that big truck. She would blindfold them and get them to taste it to see what actually worked, what was really exciting, and they could do the different senses. I like the ice and the steam. Now I have one of those stand-up steamers for my clothes that goes on low, so it's not cool, but it's hot, but it's not burning. So it's steam. So that combination of ice and steam. I have a friend, she calls herself a pleasure dom, and that's what she does. She massages a partner, and then she won't let them touch her, and then she'll send pictures of parts of her body, and then again do all kinds of different things that involve sensors. Like she's got partners that are writing her poetry, that are sending her plane tickets, because and she's a woman at 50 who's got some curves, but it's not about that. It's about how you twist them up. She always makes me laugh. So I think that you need to try different things and not assume that it's just gonna happen, because it doesn't. I'm still taking courses. I am still trying new things. I am still doing this 30 plus years. And my professor, he's an idiot. So I'm now the professor. I have a thing called Nookie College. And if you want to find out, I do courses on it, but I do this free podcast every week. I do one on basically sex in the news, and I do another one which is all of the latest stuff, all the hacks, the things that you need to know to become a PhD between the sheets. So every Tuesday, turnedonpodcast.com, follow me, do all that stuff. We got this. It's something you can learn, and you can always be better.